Hello, everyone. I'm going to change your life. There's a moment in life where you don't recognize the person in the mirror, where everything you thought would last crumbles. The people, the plans, the dreams, it's all dust, and you're left with silence. And in that silence, the loudest question of all rises inside you. Is this the end? But let me tell you something that might shake you. The ashes you're sitting in right now, they're not your grave. They are your ground zero. And ground zero is where power begins. See, life has a way of breaking you open, not to destroy you, but to pull out the parts of you that never would have come alive in comfort. Fire doesn't just burn things down, it also purifies, it reveals, and it gives you a clean slate. The world teaches us to fear failure, to avoid collapse, to run from pain. But that's the lie. The truth is, some things in your life needed to burn so something better could be born. You are not your failures. You are not your past. You are not the mistakes you made when you didn't know better. You are not the person you were when you were trying to survive. You are something far more powerful. You are the one who can start again. And you may be thinking, but I lost everything. Maybe you did. Maybe you lost the job, the relationship, the dream, the health, the belief. Maybe you're surrounded by ruins. But ruins are the perfect place to build again, if you dare. The decision to rise doesn't need to come with a cheerleading squad. It doesn't need applause. It doesn't need a crowd. All it needs is one quiet, defiant voice inside you that says, I will not end here. Starting again isn't weakness. It's the greatest strength. It means you were crushed, and you still have the courage to crawl. It means you saw rock bottom and refused to pitch a tent. It means you've got something inside you that even fire couldn't kill. You're not the ashes. You're the phoenix. And here's the thing, your comeback won't look like your past. It's not supposed to. It will be better, stronger, clearer, realer. You'll know what matters. You'll know who you are. And more than anything, you'll finally know that nothing can break you that you don't give permission to. There's a reason the most powerful people you know have scars. They've lost. They've failed. They've been betrayed, knocked down, counted out. But they didn't stay there. They chose to get up when no one was watching. They chose to fight with nothing left. And when they had every excuse to give up, they made a decision to start again. And so can you. Don't wait for permission. Don't wait for conditions to be perfect. Don't wait until the fear goes away. Move through it. Start small. Start ugly. Start when you're unsure. But for the love of everything still burning inside you, start. This is not your ending. This is your ignition. Now ask yourself, not what have I lost, but what will I build? Because your story isn't over. It's just about to get legendary. There's something sacred about hitting rock bottom. Not because it feels good, not because it's easy, but because in that moment, everything unnecessary gets stripped away. The lies, the ego, the illusions, all gone. And what's left? You. Just you. The real you. Not the one people expect. Not the version you wear for the world. The raw, hurting, breathing soul, still standing in the middle of the wreckage. And that's where the truth lives. Rock bottom isn't the end. It's the place where excuses die and decisions begin. When you have nothing left to lose, you finally realize the power you still have to choose, to fight, to rebuild. When everything familiar is gone, you're no longer bound by what used to be. You are free. Free to start again on your terms. Most people fear this place, but the strongest people you've ever admired, they were born there, in the darkness, in the silence, in the nights where no one came to save them, and they learned to save themselves. Because rock bottom is not your punishment. It's your platform. It's where you stop chasing approval and start chasing truth. It's where you stop living for others and start living for purpose. It's where pain stops being a prison and starts becoming power. It is in your moments of decision that your destiny is shaped. Tony Robbins. The decision you make right here, right now, to rise, to rebuild, to believe again, will be the reason you one day look back and say, that was the moment I came alive. You may be at your lowest, but that's exactly where greatness starts rising. When your life has been shattered, when the storm has torn down everything you thought was secure, it's easy to feel paralyzed. You stare at the broken pieces wondering, where do I even begin? And that question alone can keep you stuck. But here's the truth. Rebuilding doesn't require a miracle. It requires a decision, not a perfect plan, not a 10-year vision, just one small defiant choice that says, I won't stay here. That's how comebacks are born. Not in giant leaps, not in loud announcements, but in quiet moments when no one is watching, and you choose, despite the pain, to take one step forward. Maybe it's getting out of bed. Maybe it's picking up the phone. Maybe it's drinking water instead of numbing the pain. These aren't small things. They're proof that your spirit is still alive, still reaching, still refusing to quit. We overestimate what we can do in one day, and we underestimate what we can become over time, if we're consistent, and if we decide, over and over again, to keep building. In any moment, we can change our lives by a simple decision to act. Tony Robbins. You don't need to see the top of the mountain to take the first step. You don't need to feel ready. You don't need permission. You just need to move. Every brick of your future is laid with small intentional acts in the now. And the first brick, that's the decision to try again. Because one choice, no matter how small, can set in motion a chain of events that rebuilds a life, a dream, a destiny. So decide, today, right now. The rebuild begins with you. Pain is not your enemy. It's your signal. It's your reminder that you're still breathing, still feeling, still fighting. As much as we hate it, pain proves something powerful. You're still in the game. Numbness is surrender, but pain is proof that your heart hasn't given up. Most people try to run from pain. They bury it, distract it, deny it. But pain doesn't disappear. It just hides, waiting for the right moment to surface again. The truth is, what you don't transform, you transmit. But if you're willing to face your pain, it can become fuel. You see, pain carves you. It sharpens you. It gives you depth that comfort never will. Your wounds aren't weaknesses. They're workshops, building endurance, shaping empathy, and preparing you for something greater. The only reason we suffer is because we focus on what we have lost, instead of what we have. Tony Robbins. Don't just suffer, extract the lesson. Ask your pain, what are you here to teach me? Because buried inside every moment of heartbreak, betrayal, or loss, there is wisdom waiting to be uncovered and turned into strength. Let it push you, not paralyze you. Let it remind you of what matters, not distract you from your purpose. Let it make you fierce, not fragile. The world doesn't need more people who have never felt pain. It needs people who've been through hell and are still willing to light the way for others. That can be you. That is you. So don't waste your pain. Feel it, face it, use it, and watch how the very thing that tried to break you becomes the force that builds you. People will remember your fall, but they'll be transformed by your comeback. We all stumble. We all break. We all reach moments where everything feels lost. But what defines a life isn't how far you fell, it's what you did next. The fall may be the plot twist, but it is not the final chapter. Your comeback story begins the moment you decide you are not done. The beauty of a comeback isn't that everything goes back to what it was. No, it becomes something better, something stronger, something more real. Because this time, it's not built on illusion or ego, or trying to impress. It's built on scars, on lessons, on truth. The most powerful stories you've ever heard didn't start at the top. They started at the bottom, in the shadows, in the pain. What made them legendary was that they kept moving forward when no one believed, when nothing made sense, when everything inside them said quit. Every great story on the planet happened when someone decided not to give up, but kept going no matter what. Tony Robbins. And the same is true for you. Don't let shame keep you silent. Don't let regret freeze your future. Don't let fear convince you that your best days are behind you. The fall may have shaken you, but it woke up a version of you that's unstoppable. Let the world watch as the person they counted out rises. Let them witness the comeback they never saw coming. Because your story isn't over, it's just beginning. And this chapter, the comeback chapter, will be the one people never forget. So here you are, standing in the ashes, holding the pieces, wondering if there's still something left inside you. And the answer is yes, there is. There always was. The fire didn't destroy you. It revealed you. The fall didn't finish you. It forged you. You have a choice now. You can stay in the rubble, or you can rise from it. You are not defined by what broke you. You are defined by how you rebuild. And if you rebuild with courage, with honesty, with purpose, then your greatest pain will become your greatest platform. The world doesn't need another perfect story. It needs your story. Raw, real, reborn. Let your comeback be louder than your collapse. Let your strength be louder than your scars. Let your rise speak for those who are still in the dark, searching for light. This is not just about surviving. This is about choosing to live again, fully, bravely, boldly, because the greatest power in your life is not that you once had it all together, it's that you rose again after you lost everything. That's the message. That's the miracle. That's the moral. Rise. Your fall is not your finish. The ashes of your past are not your end. They are the soil where your rebirth begins. Every broken moment holds the power to rebuild. Rise, not because you were never defeated, but because you chose to stand again, stronger, wiser, and unshakable.
Free audio post-production by alphonic.com.